Right, let's have a look at this example, 2.1. Baseline of this question is that there is no acceleration. So since there is no acceleration and there was no mentioning about direction, you can have a look quickly over the question. It mentioned terms like speed. So is a scalar product. So basically having a scalar product, bear in mind we're going to play around of expression. V equivalent to path length x over t, or even probably our symbol terms will be distance d over times lap. Okay, so let's have a look at the question. So it says over here, a turtle and rabbit engage in a foot race over a total distance of 4 kilometers. So 4 ni adalah total distance. However, the rabbit only run 0.5 kilometer. And then he stopped. When he stopped, means time still running, and that time is 90 minutes. What he did adalah he nap. And then upon awakening, he remembered the race and then now run twice as fast. Okay, twice as fast means that we're going to note that it will bear 2v. Okay, finishing the course in a total time of 1.7. So what does it mean by 1.7? 1.7 here is the time taken for him to run for the first course, okay, and then sleep for 90 minutes and then run again for the second course, which is by right twice as fast. Okay, so that's it, what it meant by 1.75. But by the way, notice here, this is hour, but here is minute. We are going to tackle this idea after this. So the question, get the average speed of the rabbit. Get the average speed of the rabbit. Now, by right, the terms average here is very simple. You have the total path length, total distance, and then just divide by total time taken for the whole process. So, for the total whole process, including sleeping, is 1.75. But he is only productive of the 4 kilometer. So, that's how you get 2.29 kilometer per hour. How do you get kilometer per hour? Look closely at what you have substituted. The physical quantity is kilometer. And then beneath it adalah hour. So maksudnya as an average, not exactly correct, but he sort of moving in within 1 hour is a total distance 2.29 kilometer. Now the second question, what was his average speed before he stopped for a nap? So this one had to be cautious because they want you to only calculate when he first active. Okay, so by right, remember earlier 1.75 plus time taken when he first run, and then he sleep, nap, and then run again fast as twice kan. Alright, so basically expression dia akan jadi equation macam ni. So how is it that it turns into this expression? T1 plus T2 equivalent to 0.25. You need to convert this into hour. So how do you convert it? 90 divided by 60. And then minus the whole thing, you are arriving with 0.25. Okay, so buat dulu yang ni. 1.75 minus 90 over 60. So you are supposedly dapat jawapan dia T1, this one. T1 plus T2 is equivalent to 2.5. Alright, we're going to develop ataupun expand equation from the top here. Just now, kita tengok expression dia bahawa over here times to T, and then this is perhaps D ke, X ke, it's just a symbol so long that you understand what you write. And therefore, we can rearrange expression ni, rearrange. Kita nak pakai semula rumus ni sahaja. And turns into expression apa? V becomes X over T or even D over T. And therefore, T becomes D over V. Okay? Alright, this one. Okay? D over V. Alright, we have to understand this is the time before sleep. Ni before. sleep. While T2 represent time after he is sleeping. So basically, they don't have the same V. So since they don't have the same V, don't have the same distance, what happen is we are going to substitute subscript yang berbeza. Like what you see here, 1 and 2. Sebab kita nak bezakan walaupun simbol mereka sama, tapi membawa nilai yang berbeza. So letak subscript yang berbeza. 1, 2, 1, 2. So the first distance that he travel is, look again at the question, he travel a distance, he run over a distance of 4 kilometer. Sorry, total distance is 4 kilometer, but in the first place, he run over in 0.5 kilometer. So in within time T1, dia lari sebanyak 0.5 and the speed at that moment adalah V1. V1. And then, what happened next is he sleep, kita tak consider, but a second after he woke up, he run the whatever left out lah, maknanya yang ini adalah the 3.5 is actually a product of total distance 4 just now, tolak the first half yang dia dah lari 0.5. That's how you arrive with 3.5. But the V now is twice as fast of the first one. So you will find that kita pakai simbol 2 kali, tapi V 2 kali of simbol yang sama of V1 tadi. Kita pakai simbol yang sama V1. And then everything is 0.25 lah. And then finally, finish up with the unknown. V1 is equivalent to how much? So basically means that on the first half tu, dia run at a speed of 9 km per hour. After he woke up, he ran twice, means 9 kali 2, 18, 18 km per hour. So 9 and then 18. Okay, try it out.